Promising a full investigation of two state troopers accused of abusing their power. The superintendent of state police has now asked both executive staff members, including the agency's third in command, to resign. The pair are accused of using their titles to secure special access to the Ryder Cup on Long Island, along with state-funded lodging and transportation. It's expected the troopers will file for retirement in the coming days.
A bar in Brockport has been shut down by police as part of an investigation into liquor license violations. Investigators say in October, police conducted an operation at Mason's Bar and found 85 customers were under the age of 21. Dozens of people were ticketed for having a fake ID. Police tell us penalties against the owner are currently being considered.
Millions are about to hit the roads this morning, with Thanksgiving now just one day away. AAA is projecting about 73 million people will head out the door by car. That's nearly 90% of all Thanksgiving travelers. AAA says the national average gas price right now is about $3.06.
All right, let's get a look at what we have brewing for the next 2 hours. If you're looking for a way to give back this weekend, then look no further than the Pirate Toy Fund. This morning, we're looking ahead to the upcoming party at Bunsey's with a lineup of local bands and auctions. We're going to tell you how you can stop by to help kids right here in our community.
Then, what does Thanksgiving look like in space? Have you ever wondered that? NASA correspondent Tony Rice will join us to give us a little look at how astronauts celebrate and what is actually on the menu. Plus, also a new update on that Escapade mission heading to Mars.
And he'll push back on the latest conspiracy theories that I have of Three-Eye Atlas.
I'm very excited to hear you put him in the hot seat.
Oh, I'm stoked. And later, holiday magic is about to take over downtown Rochester. Roc Holiday Village making a return next week with a variety of different family-friendly activities to get you in the holiday spirit. And this morning, we're getting a closer look at the countless events they've got up in the lineup for this year.
Yeah, lots to do this morning. Before all of that, though, a check of our forecast, because people are getting ready to embark on their holiday travels if they haven't already. Meteorologist Marty Snyder is tracking what we can expect throughout the day today. Marty, I stepped outside about an hour ago, and it was pretty mild out there. Unfortunately, not going to be the case for the rest of the day.
Very true. That's it, Abby. You know, the second chapter of that story, it is going to change as we head a little deeper into the day, and especially the last half of the afternoon. I think that's when we're going to see a lot of those pretty significant changes. Now, for the short term, cloud cover's been holding on pretty well, but there have been just a couple little breaks trying to work through. You blink, you probably miss it, but there was one little break of sunshine that did work through downtown. In the distance, you can see a few of those breaks still out there. Still do have a few showers that are still out there and across the area. A lot of that lining up just a little bit south of Rochester, but you can see at least a few more showers that are filling in just a little bit more across Monroe County right now. I think the main idea going forward is the fact that we're going to see at least some lake effect snow begin to set up as we head into some of the overnight hours. But today, pretty quiet. There's going to be that cold front moving through during the afternoon. That'll help to drop temperatures, setting the stage for this lake effect. But going through the overnight, notice how some of that forms mainly west of Rochester, probably 1 to 3 inch range on some of the accumulation in parts of Orleans and Genesee counties. But then notice how a lot of that accumulation is to the south as we head into tomorrow. So that different alignment of that lake effect band is going to help to at least move the band around a little bit. And I think it's going to keep some of the biggest impacts away from the immediate Rochester area. Still, we'll likely see some snow showers later today, especially going into the late evening. But that should be about it. Close to Rochester with more of a focus elsewhere. But 57 today, falling into the 40s by the end of the day, and then 30s to near 40 for a lot of these highs for the longer term. So just staying pretty much on the cold side as we head after today, as those temperatures do pull back by quite a bit.
I have a feeling this 7-day span that we're experiencing right now. This is the season turning the page.
Usually it happens around this time of year. Yeah, it's going to be tough to get it to revert back to where it was, especially these 50s to start the day. This is some nice stuff for now.
And then we head into end of days for 6 months.
Oh, it's going to be okay.
It's post-apocalyptic for 6 months.
Well, if you think like that, then yeah, it's going to be unpleasant. But it's December 1st on Monday. And then think about it. In 3 months, it'll be March, and it's St. Patrick's Day. And then it's basically spring, and then it's summer.
You have to make it all the way through December before it's 3 months until March.
I know, but like December goes quick.
December does. January last year, do you remember that one?
You are being negative in your
I'm not, listen, but I'm not complaining. I am just pointing out facts.
post-apocalyptic
Yes.
end of times, end of days.
Maybe it's a little subjective, but
Well, Dan, I'll join you on that one. You go through those 3 months, January, February, and March, and then spring doesn't start for another couple months after that.
I know. Listen,
this is 585.
I'm taking those months off. I'm going into hibernation.
Wow,
I
that's a
think
sabbatical.
I think the viewers will be better for it.
Probably.
Take me with you, Dan.
All right,
Let's
Marty.
go.
Thank you.
All right, let's go off the top now and start with some things that have piqued our interest today. I'll start things off right now. There are just 5 days to go until the 1st of December. So, people will be digging out those advent calendars, right? Whether it's a family heirloom that's been passed down for generations. I'm thinking like those little wooden boxes that hold candy, or maybe one that you ordered online. We talked about ordering them for each other, and there are so many different kinds. There's a little something for everyone. Typically, it's candy, right? Well, USA Today just shared some of the wildest and most unique advent calendars available for this year. So let's get into it. Red Bull has released its own advent calendar for the first time in the U.S. Whoa, hello. You can get 24 cans, and the flavors include the original, sugar-free, along with some of the classics like apricot, tropical fruit, Juneberry, and the return of my favorite of all time, pomegranate, which they don't sell. You can only get it through the advent calendar. I once drank an entire box in like a day and a half.
Wow.
That's how much I loved it. All right.
And you're still married.
What? Okay. All right. Moving on to something for the cheese lovers out there. Kraft Natural Cheese will share a limited number of advent calendars this year. Only 12 days of merch and cheese, but you'll walk away with socks, coffee mugs, stickers, and of course, some Parmesan. And this one, you can't get it at a store, though. It's only available if you happen to win their giveaway. Maybe one of the oddest ones available. Burger King is sharing a 12-day calendar. No burgers or fries in the box, though. There's a Burger King fanny pack, a magnet, a plush toy, and a Cine Mini candle. Unfortunately, this one already sold out. It sold out, I think, November 21st. And if you're thinking to yourself, this is like way too much food and beverage for my liking, Hasbro has released Furby Minis Advent Calendar. 9 little Furbies, keychains, holiday stickers, all part of the 24-day extravaganza, and all for the low, low price of $20 at big box stores. There are a lot on the list. Some of them even have adult themes from certain companies. It's too early in our show, though, to talk about that. We're going to have to wait until the 9 o'clock hour to get into that.
Is that in trending?
It might be. But we talked about getting each other advent calendars.
So expensive.
I could not believe how expensive they were. Really and truly, looking online, it doesn't,
No.
it's not supposed to be like a, I don't know. We always saw it as like, yay, we survived another day of crazy leading up to the holidays.
Yes.
Or, we survived, whatever, another day of darkness because the sun never rises here.
But when you've got Nordstrom playing the game, you're getting Chanel number 5 and you're paying, $700 for the advent calendar.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, what?
Yeah. At that point, I mean, that's like just a Christmas gift.
Yeah.
Yeah, no gifts, just the advent calendar.
That's a good idea.
I was thinking as I was writing this, and I was reminded of it when you were doing your weather rant, we'll call it. Maybe if you had a calendar for January, it might make January seem a little less horrible. If every day you had a little chocolate treat to look forward to.
Yeah,
or
how to
something like that.
turn the bleak around.
Yeah, except you can't be in charge of it because you would eat all of it at once.
Well, actually, because we're talking about advent calendars, I would like to put my plea out to PETA if they would kindly send me another advent calendar this year. Send me 2.
What?
I want to.
Well, you got to give them the backstory here.
Well, yes, because they sent me one a handful of years ago now, an advent calendar. And by the 2nd of December, I had opened it and eaten the entire thing. It was gone. The chocolate was great. They sent me a turkey piece of chocolate
Whoa.
for Thanksgiving.
This year?
Uh-huh.
What? How do I get on that list?
I don't know how I got on the list.
Come on, PETA. I'm an animal lover.
But I'm a vegan.
Dan's a vegan. I'm sorry.
All right, we're going to move along to my off the top this morning, and I want to talk about something very important, something groundbreaking, something that may change the way you, Abigail Fridman, look at humanity forever. Ready for this? Apparently, we all become better people when Batman is around. Yeah, you heard that right.
Okay.
So, a new study out of University in Milan found that if you put a man dressed as Batman on a crowded subway car, kindness instantly doubles. We're not talking about a metaphor here. This is actual data. Batman, cape and all. Here is what they did. So researchers had a woman who looked visibly pregnant get on a packed train to see how many people would offer their seat. Without Batman, 37% stood up. With Batman, 67% stood up. So Batman doesn't just fight crime, he fights rudeness too.
That's wild.
The funniest part of all of this, though, 44% of the people who offered their seats said they didn't even notice Batman on the train, which means their brains subconsciously registered something is weird about this situation, better act right. The scientists call it a break in our mental autopilot. You know, the feeling you get when you're sitting there on the bus and you're staring at nothing, you're contemplating all of the decisions you've made in your life. It's kind of how we experience our drive to work in the morning, like that. But if Batman walks on the bus or crosses in front of the road, you're going to snap out of it and remember, wait a second, I'm a human being. That's Batman, right?
Yeah.
You are. They even tried other characters, a giant inflatable duck, nothing. A medieval knight, nope. A person carrying a 6-foot orange balloon. They worked, but Batman worked with consistency. Because, of course, he is Batman. Here's the real takeaway. Sometimes we are just going through our day on cruise control. Work, errands, commute, repeat. Maybe kindness just needs a little jolt. Something unusual that makes you look up and notice the world around you. Oh, Batman doesn't wear... That's Superman.
What?
I was just going to be funny and pretend to get ready to tear open my shirt and show you the Batman logo.
I mean, you still could.
But it's Superman. Huh?
You couldn't even do it.
This guy egging me on over here. So if you ever see Batman on your morning drive, don't panic. Apparently the world really is a better place when Batman is watching.
I think that is crazy.
It's wild, right? If Mark McClain does not learn how to quiet down, we're going to have some serious issues.
We need a Mark camera and a Mark mic. Always over there.
And always on. Can we make sure that happens? We code Mark's mic for the entire show, so he is not allowed to mumble anything under his breath or pick up...
I would be afraid.
You'd be fired.
I work with superheroes every day.
Yeah.
We heard you loud and clear. Because you didn't whisper it.
Getting back to your story here, it does blow my mind that people don't give up their seats. Pregnant woman or not, you know, I don't know.
Someone of a certain age gets on. You give your seat up.
Yeah.
You give your seat. Somebody who looks like they need to sit more than you,
Yeah.
you give your seat up. It's not that difficult. It's not. And that's not even a sacrifice.
Yep.
It's not a real sacrifice. You're deciding to stand for a couple of stops.
It is not hard to be a decent human being.
It is not. It is not. Speaking of decent human beings, door holders out there, all you door holders, keep up the great work. I say it every time, thank you, but not everyone says it.
Yeah.
Some people just acknowledge that, oh, you're a person holding the door for me. So I always reply with a you're welcome, even if I hear nothing.
You know, I was thinking about it this morning, and every day when I walk into the studio, you give me a cup of coffee. Mm-hmm. And
And your laptop and iPad.
Yes.
And I wipe off your desk for you, too. I watered your plant on your desk as well this morning.
Okay, you didn't even let me finish. I was gonna thank you for all of that, but it doesn't
Don't do it now.
count when you thank yourself for me. Much more to get to this morning on Arc Rochester, including when we come back, we're gonna check in with Chris Lopez, who's live learning about a program at the public market.
You're welcome. And don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. Arc Rochester is streaming live right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around, we're back on the other side of the break. There's a local nonprofit making big waves in the world of teens and entrepreneurship. It's called Wellventions.
For more than 10 years, they've been helping young innovators turn their ideas into real products, and they learn what it takes to run a business. Chris Lopez is live there this morning at their retail mart, where students are showing off their creations. Chris?
Hey, what's up, guys? You may be wondering what the first ever invention was at Wellventions. And I was hanging out with a bunch of puppets, Muppets yesterday. Well, guess what? I can't get away from it. It is the puppet. They invented the puppet, I believe, in 2004, I believe, according to Jill Stolt. I'm here with Dee Dee, Amaya, Jill, and Demaria this morning with the puppets. And what's cool about this is, yes, they teach the kids how to run a business, the ins and outs, work an Excel spreadsheet, how to scale, all those big words and everything like that. However, they go out and about into the community and teach kids, young ones, about how to kind of maintain their emotional stability, really, how to not get too far up and how to not get too far down. Jill Stolt, this was your brainchild right here. You are the master of this. So tell me about it. Why the puppets?
Well, that was a great description, actually. Yes. So the kids are teaching the little ones how to be self-aware, how to manage their emotions, and giving them techniques and tricks on managing them. So.
And you guys take the students out, just like Dee Dee, Amaya, Demaria. They go out to the daycares, and then what do?
Well, the kids actually write their own play-based lesson plans. They learn about their emotions, and then they write play activities and lesson plans, and they actually facilitate them at the daycare centers.
And are you guys learning this while you're at Wellventions, kind of some of the how to learn how to balance their emotions, and then you go out and teach that in the community? Am I understanding that right?
Yeah.
And then when you've gone out to the daycare, I know you guys are nervous. You guys can handle this. What's that reception like with the puppets?
So we teach the kids how to manage their emotions, and after that, we also give them prizes, like when
Okay.
they done managing the emotions.
And then when you came here to Wellventions, how was your guys' emotions? Did you guys have any trouble balancing that and then still working in a business environment?
I was very mature, so I didn't really have to.
Was she? I feel like everyone started laughing.
No, she's actually come a long way. She's come out of her comfort zone. She's learned to talk to people, communicate with people in a very powerful way. So, yeah, I'm really proud of all of them. So.
And why do you feel the need to not only teach these kids, 14 to 18, but to have them go out and teach even younger kids?
Oh, absolutely. Well, they learn leadership skills. The little ones just worship them. So it's really empowering, I think. At least I've seen them, stand up and create puppet shows and really teach the little kids what it means to be mad, be happy, be sad, be scared, because the little ones don't really know the separation of what their emotions are, so identifying their emotions and then learning techniques on behavior.
Do you think that's more important now than it's ever been for kids?
I think the world is so polarized that these children are, everyone, we're all really, really stressed out nowadays because of all the turmoil in the world. So I think it's really important that these kids are mentoring their younger peers.
How often do you guys go out to daycare, roughly, to go show these kids the puppet
We
show?
were out once a month.
Okay.
Yeah, this year. So, yeah, quite often.
And to donate to you guys, because this is an awesome program, how does someone obviously come here on Saturdays, right, to support you guys directly, get a smoked Gouda sandwich? I must say that. Get a smoked Gouda sandwich. Only $5. You can add bacon, you can add eggs. I ate one for you guys since you guys in the studio were so hungry. It's perks of the job. One eats, everyone eats, I guess. But how can someone donate to you guys to keep this program alive?
Sure. Well, our nonprofit official name is Prosper Rochester. Go to prosperroc.org and hit the donate button. Or next Tuesday at the United Way website, Rock the Day. So we're really excited about being able to raise some money and having some community support. We are the best kept secret in Rochester,
Yes.
and we're also the longest running teen-led business in the region. These kids actually manage the business.
Yep. And have you're a nonprofit, but have raised over 6 figures since the inception. We'll have information on our website on 13 Wham and Fox Rochester. Coming up next, we've showed you guys the smoked Gouda sandwich. We're going to show you guys everything else that they make here. I'm going to send it back to you in studio. I don't know what's going on behind me.
You got puppets in action behind you. Puppets. Thank you, Lopez. We appreciate it.
All right, don't go anywhere. When we come back, it is this morning's weather trivia.
Meteorologist Mark McLean will be here with us on the other side of the break.
Mark Show.
Yes.
Wow.
Meteorologist Mark McLean joining us now. We're looking at the Thanksgiving forecast, and you've said some phrases that I can't say on TV.
Well, can't it just wait 3 or 4 more days, right?
Or three.
You're
just not at
preaching
all.
to the choir here.
I mean, does it have to start snowing the night before Thanksgiving?
Call your boss.
I know. But, it is what it is. So we have to talk about it. And it's one of these kind of delicate forecasts because the wind directions are changing and because it's lake effect snow that shifts who's going to see the snow, when you're going to see the snow, when does the wind increase. So there's multiple components to this. But let's go with that snow theme. And we've been going with Thanksgiving all week long for the weather trivia. So let's talk about snow on Thanksgiving. I know it's a little early, but 2 out of 3, 2.5 out of 10 Thanksgivings in Rochester actually had some snow, which is kind of interesting. Do you know what the snowiest Thanksgiving is?
2.5?
Yeah, out of 10. So Christmas, it's just over 50%. Now, for 1 inch of snow on the ground. That's not 1 inch for Thanksgiving. That's just any snow for Thanksgiving. But for Christmas, when somebody says White Christmas, it's 1 inch of snow on the ground in the morning.
Okay, but for Thanksgiving, where does the half come from?
Just the odds, 25%. 25%.
Okay.
I said it like that. But 12.4 inches in 1888, 9.2 inches in 1972, 6.3 inches in 1902, or was it 4.9 inches back in 1985?
Ooh.
It's interesting, right? I mean, you think about it this time of the year, but you don't. It's not something that you really concentrate in on.
I think I know where I'm going.
Okay.
I think I've got a decent guess,
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah, kind of all over the board. But we'll have the answer at 9 o'clock right here on ARC Rochester and talk about the snow. And speaking of the snow, this is where it gets interesting. We break out these snow maps and different areas, geographically speaking. Check this out. This is the lake effect snow forecast. And I'm going to start this at 10 o'clock tonight and stop it right there. This is 6:30 tomorrow morning. Not a huge deal, right? You've lived here a long time. 1 to 3 inches of snow is certainly no big deal. Most of this, and in fact, almost all of this is west of Rochester. So I think anywhere from about Spencerport back to Buffalo, that's where we're going to see, an inch of accumulation on the ground. And the ground is still not frozen, so keep that in mind too. This is a forecast that just shows the snow. Doesn't account for melting and stuff like that. But to the south of Buffalo, watch the numbers go up. This will take you through Thursday into Friday now. And, Holiday Valley, the ski areas, there's Ellicottville. These are the areas that are under the lake effect snow warning. These are the areas that are going to have a plowable or, quote, shovelable snow. And they may be skiing down there. Who knows? By the end of the weekend, that'd be something, right? If they could open the ski area for a little skiing, who knows? But now let's take you to the other side. Now the wind will go northwest on Friday. So watch Wayne County. This is where it gets a little more interesting, right? If you're on 104, you're heading east, the Thruway East. If you have to travel Friday night into Saturday morning, could we see 3 to 6 inches of snow out into Wayne County and central New York from Lake Ontario? And certainly that's a possibility. Now, because of that, this looks like a checkerboard. The lake effect snow warnings are south of Buffalo. We have winter weather advisories west of Rochester. That starts at 7 o'clock this evening for Orleans and Genesee County, goes until just tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Again, because of that wind direction change, that gets those areas out of the heavier snow. However, Wyoming County, far enough south that this is actually, the snow warning is in effect until 1 a.m. Saturday. So the snow is going to linger longer down there. Now, not officially a warning in Wayne County yet, but a winter storm watch from 7 p.m. on Thursday, Thanksgiving, through 7 a.m. on Saturday. So just to clarify that, and this leaves out the other component, the wind. The last thing you want to see when you have snow is wind, and it's not going to be exceptional wind. Gusts between 40 and 50 miles per hour typically don't cause any damage, but you can count on seeing some of those later tonight and into Thanksgiving Day. So if you're driving into that snow west of Rochester, just keep that in mind that visibility is going to drop significantly if you get in the center of that snow band. But your afternoon travel cast today is A-OK. It's windy, some showers, temps in the 40s. Off to the east, you're going to stay in the 50s right through the afternoon with some rain showers around, but nothing that's going to slow you down too much on the thruway. Forecast temps are starting out mild, 52. We think we're going to be in the upper 50s this afternoon before things start settling back. A few rain showers out there. This big swirl on your screen, that's low pressure up in the northern Great Lakes. That blue line, that's the cold front. And when that cold front moves through 2-3 o'clock this afternoon, that's when the wind is going to start to increase. So there's that dark green line, that's the cold front. That moves off to the east. There's that band of snow off Lake Erie later tonight and into tomorrow morning. That shifts to the south, goes south of Buffalo. And Rochester, really kind of a quiet scenario for Thanksgiving Day. We'll find that snow coming back in. There it is, late Thursday night into Friday. That's when that wind starts coming in out of the northwest. And Wayne County may just catch a band of snow from Georgian Bay up to the northwest and see that enhancement out across Lake Ontario. That's a possibility. But upper 50s today, wow. Windy this afternoon after the front goes through. The decorations are going to be dancing out in the front yard. You know, you see those inflatables. They're just tumbling and topsy. 32 tonight, that lake snow west, some 40-plus gusts, especially if you're west of Rochester. And the extended forecast for us, just keep in mind that lake snow will move back in on Friday for Rochester and especially points east of Rochester. Kind of a chilly day on Saturday, upper 30s, 40 with the rain and snow on Sunday. Looks like it's a much colder forecast heading through next week. This is going. You see 32 on Tuesday. It's going to go down by the end of next week.
This is a very eventful forecast.
It's not necessarily a high impact forecast, but it's a forecast that you definitely have to pay attention to because of how things are changing over time.
Sure.
Yeah.
I just think you could have sold it with a bit more pep and pizzazz.
It's a challenge for us. So it makes the job interesting for us because it's always different every time we sit down. But with these, there's really a lot of differences depending on where you live. Sometimes we call it zip code weather, and that's what it is. It's zip code weather today.
And what's the truth? What's your truth? Speak your truth.
25 days.
I'm not upset about it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of, it's time.
It's here.
It is. I wish it could wait for our holiday travelers 3 or 4 more days. But what are you going to do?
And honestly, though, what's that buying you? 3 or 4 days?
I know. Yeah.
I just hope everybody's safe.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the biggest thing.
higher impact area is going to be south of Buffalo. If you do have to go south of Buffalo, that's where the travel could be a little bit more tricky.
All right.
Good information to know.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Mark.
sir.
Yep.
Much more to get to this morning on Arc Rochester.
We're back on the other side of the break. .35 this Wednesday morning. Thanks so much for staying with us here on Arc Rochester. As we all know, Thanksgiving is tomorrow, and if you're feeling pressure in the kitchen, you are not alone.
Yeah, the experts at Butterball Turkey Talk Line answer thousands of questions every holiday season, and this morning we're gonna put them to the test.
We certainly are. Abigail, We're going to play a quick, oh wait, am I supposed to read that? We're going to be calling the hotline ourselves to get some answers and pick up a few last minute tips before the big day. But here's the catch. We are going to be creating the situation right now that we're going to tell the operators by playing a Thanksgiving Mad Lib. Hit what? Go ahead.
No, nothing.
No, please.
I don't want to be called not fun, so let's just do it.
No, hit me.
No, I'm just anxious, that's all.
I need an adjective.
Why don't you start, and then
Okay.
I'll go from there.
I am going to go with, well, I shouldn't do it because I know what the sentence is. I am going to go with,
Do you want me to fill in?
yes, give me an adjective.
No, I mean fill it in for you so you don't have to.
Oh, no, give me an adjective. There you go, bland. I like it. Okay, now I need a verb ending in ing.
Burning.
Ooh. I need a weird noise, Mark.
Thunder.
Does it need to be a sound?
Let's see. Okay.
Or like boom?
Okay. All right, now I need an ill-advised action.
Does it need to end in like a ing or an ly or
whatever you want, I'll make it
ill-advised
work.
action?
Yes.
Like throwing?
Throwing what?
Oh, so like several words.
Yeah. Whatever the action is, it's got to be a bad choice, a bad decision.
Okay. Setting it on fire?
Okay. Okay.
Clearly that almost oven fire last Christmas had an impact on me.
Okay, and now chaotic object or situation.
A chaotic object or situation?
Mm-hmm. Magic 8 Ball?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, do you want me to read this out loud or should we?
Sure.
Okay, so, hi, I'm calling because I have a Thanksgiving emergency. My bland turkey has been burning in the fridge all night, and now it's making sounds that reminds me of thunder. I tried to handle the situation, but the turkey seemed to fight back. What should I do before my family, wait, where'd Magic 8 Ball go? Hold on, there we go. What should I do before my family shows up and finds a Magic 8 Ball in my kitchen?
The person on the other end is gonna think that like you've.
I know. It didn't work all that well. It didn't work all that well. Okay, we're just gonna call and we're gonna say we're having turkey trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to make the disclaimer that they're on television, but they're gonna.
Hello, babies, and welcome to Miss Cleo's Spirit Connection.
Nope.
What? wait. Did you hang up?
Yeah, here,
No!
I'll call it back. Listen to who I called.
Hello, babies, and welcome to Miss Cleo's Spirit Connections, where you'll find our gifted and accurate psychic tarot readers. Now remember,
It's
sweet peas,
Miss
if you know
Cleo.
your PIN number and are ready to use it, press 1. To speak to a live operator,
Ask
press
her
2.
if she can help you with
She's
Thank
gonna
you
do
for
a
calling Miss
card
Cleo's
reading
Psychic
instead of
Line.
calling
Our
Butterball.
approach is different. With our credit card option, you can purchase blocks of psychic time using a Visa, MasterCard, Discover card, or American Express. Purchasing time with your credit card benefits.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll call Butterball. Ashley, I dialed the number as you gave it to me.
That's the number it gave me on Google. Okay, I'll give you another number in your ear. Ashley, in other news, send me that phone number, will you? Because I have some questions. Oh, thanks.
This line is used for texting to Butterball Turkey Talk line. If you need to speak to someone regarding turkey cooking questions, please hang up and call 1-800-BUTTERBALL. That's 1-800.
Butterball. B-U-T-T-E-R-B-A-L-L. E R B A L L.
I think you forgot a T in there.
Did I? Oh. 1-800
Yep.
B U T T E R.
It's great television, folks.
Thank you for
Welcome
calling
to
Miss.
Butterball.
Oh, thank goodness.
We're sorry. That was not a valid response. Please try again. To be connected to our Butterball Turkey Talk line, for information on turkey preparation and cooking assistance, press or say 3. If you have a product question, your call may be monitored.
What's the issue
or
with our
recorded
turkey,
to
honey?
ensure quality customer service. Due to heavy call volume, all turkey experts are unavailable to take your call right now.
Call
To
Miss Cleo back. See when they can talk to us.
frequently asked questions, press 1. Or visit butterball.com for information on turkey preparation.
Let's see. What? Hello?
For pre-recorded information on thawing a turkey,
We don't want the pre-recorded information on thawing a turkey. That does not sound like any fun at all. You know?
I just hear wheezing in my ear right now.
I'm having a good time.
Well, that's not what we want.
Well,
It's,
the great news is we'll be here tomorrow, too.
We will be here
can ask
tomorrow. We will be able to ask them tomorrow. We can call them back, but listen, as we head to break.
hello, babies, and welcome to Miss Cleo's Spirit Connections. where
Mark,
you'll
will you
find
go to my
our
desk and get
gifted
my credit card?
accurate psychic
I'm gonna buy a
tarot
half hour.
readers. Now remember, sweet peas, if you know your PIN number and are ready to use it, press 1.
Oh,
What's
we're
your
ready.
PIN number,
To a
Ashley?
live operator, press 2.
Live operator, press 2.
Thank you for calling Miss Cleo's Psychic Line. Our approach is different. With our credit card option, you can purchase blocks of psychic time using a Visa, MasterCard, Discover card, or American Express.
Wait, I see in the future.
A commercial break.
We gotta go.
Don't go anywhere. We're back after this.
Prepaid block of time whenever you like. Plus, the entire phone call is
6:45. Welcome back. Can we flip the prompter, pretty please? Sweet angels over there. Awesome.
There we
Thank
go.
you. Whoever said that an adult can be the only kind of person who can start a business?
It's not true, because there's a local nonprofit that's helping kids run their own businesses. It's called Wellventions. Chris Lopez has been live with them this morning, all morning long. He's tried out some cool products. Chris, I didn't ask, how was the smoothie this morning?
Both smoothies have been fantastic. In between these segments, I tried another smoothie. I think it was strawberry banana. That was fantastic. I'm a sucker for citrus, so the first one I tried, that was my favorite. And you can try one too at home. Yes, if you come to the public market, they're open here on Saturdays at 9 o'clock. And the funds that you spend here just go back into the program, Wellventions, to help the kids behind me keep doing what they're doing, learning the business cycle, learning the life skills, and becoming better adults. The woman responsible for that is Jill Stolt. Good morning. We've talked about some products, but we really haven't even delved into like what else you guys sell. I ate a sandwich. I drank a smoothie. You guys do a lot more than that.
Sure, the kids are doing shelf-stable products. These products have been around for 10 years, and they're still selling. We have a sauce, which can be used as a pasta sauce, a salsa, or you add honey and make a barbecue sauce out of it.
And you collaborated with Paul Guglielmo, which I love, keeping it local.
Absolutely. He's a doll. We were next to Paulie for years at trade shows and at events. And when he opened his processing plant, the kids did a new recipe and he processed it for us. So we're really excited about that.
And then you have a unique pasta product.
Yes. So we partner with Stewart Spices. They allow the kids to come in to a certified facility, and they pack a spice pack and pasta within those bags. They do all the labeling.
Is that kind of like a ramen? You were describing that to me like a ramen noodle?
So you make it in 10 minutes, and it's family size, but it's healthy. You make it like a ramen noodle, where you steam the spices in the pot. So,
I like it. And then you guys have the active kitchen. Looks like you can get a white chocolate. Is that
chocolate?
White hot
yeah,
chocolate
they're
there?
making that back there right now.
You can, of course, get the smoked Gouda sandwich. I can attest to that. Dee Dee back there makes the best smoked Gouda sandwich I've ever had really the best sandwich I think I've had on this entire stint, my entire stint on the morning show. The thing was fantastic, man. And what I love about you, we've got about a minute left in this program here, is that you guys don't have the kids invent a product, and that's great for about a week, and then it hits, goes into the back shelf.
Correct.
To be forgotten about. You guys keep it going.
Right. So we are now taking the most successful products, the ones that sell the best, and we're bringing them online. Pre-COVID, we had those products in 11 specialty retailers, and the ones that sold the most are the ones that are going online now. And we're actively looking for collaboration and community partners. We would like to go back to our original model, which was a consortium of nonprofits and youth service organizations to sell youth-generated products and programs together so we can share resources.
Love that. And how can someone donate or find out more information?
Go to prosperroc.org and hit the donate button. If you have a child between 14 and 18 who would like a job, our next cohort starts in February, and go online and hit application. So you go to prosperroc.org and there's an application button.
Come check this place out Saturdays. You can either find it right in front of the Seven Bridges Farm, or if you're walking in through this part right here, the Cheeky Monkey Foods, We Mean Monkey business stand. You could find them right next to that. I'm going to send it back to you guys in studio. Fantastic morning show.
Really is awesome stuff. Good work, Lopez.
Yeah, bring us back some of that food, buddy. Thanks.
Yes.
When we come back, a lot to get to this morning, including a special fundraising event happening this weekend.
Roc Rochester is back after this.
It's about you. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I do that on you? My apologies.
Thank you.
I don't like getting
What's
that
that,
close
Jeff?
to him, you know.
Gentlemen, can you both count to 5 for us individually?
1, 2, 3, 4, 4.
I knew he wasn't going to be able to make
It's
it.
close, though. You're on the right track.
The way he was staring at you, you know.
That my turn now?
Yeah, it
Your
is.
turn
It
now.
is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6, 7, 8.
He's a musician. He shouldn't count past 4.
Oh, man. Okay.
$8.52, the holiday season is about giving back to the community. And this weekend, the Pirate Toy Fund is doing that with a big party in Webster.
Yeah, from live auctions to local bands, the nonprofit is looking to help put toys in the hands of kids who need them most. We're joined now by Otto Harnischfager from the Pirate Toy Fund and Steve Ball from the Dogs. Gentlemen, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
You guys look great. Very, very festive. Very appropriate for this time of year.
We try.
But the thing about the Pirate Toy Fund is you don't just help kids during the holiday season. It's all year round.
Correct.
But this is the time of year where you do your biggest push, yes?
We do. We start on Black Friday for the toy drive, and we go all the way to December 6th. We're at different locations every day, and of course, your Chris Lopez is right by our side helping us promote it, so it's awesome.
Yeah.
And how many children do you imagine you have helped over the course of the past 2 decades?
We're encroaching on over 600,000 toys we gave away, which has been since 30 years ago. 30 years we started we had like 400 toys we gave out our first year. Last year we gave out 46,000 toys free of charge.
What does that mean to you? What is that feeling to know that you have impacted so many lives?
It's amazing, but you understand, it's not us that does it. Rochester does it.
Yes.
We couldn't do it without Rochester. We couldn't do it without people like the Dogs that kind of volunteer their services to help us do what we do. That's what makes it successful.
So let's talk about the Dogs then. Tell us about the partnership.
So this is going back, I think, 3 or 4 or 5 years. This is, I think, our 4th show together. It means so much to us because, number one, we try to make sure one of our focuses is on the children of the community. And so that's center cut to what we do. And also the idea that they're a local organization partnering with local partners is super important to us.
That's awesome. Talk to us about the kickoff party here.
Well, go right ahead. It's your party.
So yeah, this is going to be a great day, right? So we start around noon. This is at Bunsey's Bandstand in Webster. A great sponsor of the Dogs all along. It's an afternoon event that's going to end just in time for the Bills game, so that's cool. We've got Stony Lonesome, one of the Rockstar Academy's bands, opening the day. Haley Ray playing an awesome acoustic set. And then we're going to come up and, we're going to do our party thing the way we always do it, and with a little bit of a cool spin in the fact that we have 7-year-old, and you know this cat, 7-year-old drummer Sammy Sticks is going to sit in with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love that kid.
Yeah,
He is
yeah.
the coolest.
Yeah, he is.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's like reason enough to go if none of that other stuff is.
And our friend,
selling you.
got to mention our friend Breezy from 98PXY is emceeing. So.
Oh, very
Wow.
good.
Yeah.
You guys have that's a planned kickoff. And then the work that you do over the following 7 or 8 days is really incredible. Talk to us about some of the locations people can visit this year.
Yeah, this year, again, Howard Hanna is the big sponsor of this Dogs concert, and they took our toy boxes in all their locations. They got like 20 boxes at all their realtor locations, so you can go there and drop a toy. All the Wegmans, Mark's Pizzeria, all the Lattimores. And again, it's about Rochester helping us. But we kick off Friday, which is going to be a surprise for the public. There was something big going on Friday at Barnes & Noble in Webster. We can't let the word out on it, but Chris Lopez is going to be in trouble. Let's put it that way. I'm just saying.
Better Chris than
I know, right?
Better
I know.
Chris
It's
And then every day we
cool.
switch to a different location. We're in Perryton on Saturday. We're filling an ambulance on Saturday. And of course, Sunday morning, the toy box is out at Buncey's 9 a.m. all the way till 5, but the concert in the middle of it all. It's going to be a great weekend. And then you can go to our webpage and you'll see where we are for the rest of the week.
And Otto, can someone, if they're sitting at home watching this right now, thinking to themselves, I'm never going to make it to the store. I've already made my purchases on Amazon. Can they donate online?
They
Just
can.
money online.
PirateToyFund.org. You can go right there and make a donation right to us. Our Pirate Toy Fund stores are out there. Also, if you can go to Amazon wishlist, they can send it right to us.
Oh, look at
So
that.
there's a lot of things you can do, buy your toy, and it comes right to the Pirate Toy Fund.
That's
Wonderful.
very cool. Gentlemen, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you for all you do for kids in the community. We'll post all of the event information on foxrochester.com. And of course, don't forget, Pirate Toy Fund kicking off on Black Friday. And we will be there every day.
We certainly will. 8:56, don't go far. A lot more to come here on Arc Rochester into the 9 o'clock hour.
Yeah, we're back after this. morning, 9 o'clock this November 26th. Thank you for joining us on Arc Rochester. I'm Abby Ferdman.
I'm Dan Strack. That's meteorologist Mark McLean. These two, yeah, my mic is on.
Uh-oh.
Is it
Mine's
dead?
on. I can hear. You're not.
Let's just take a second to enjoy the silence.
I don't know where it is.
Oh, I found it.
He took it off.
I found it.
My mom followed you on Instagram. I don't really know how I feel about that.
Oh, jeez.
That's wild. Mom, my goodness. Okay.
We've got this show together. We
got
promise.
Miss Cleo, we've got all of it today.
Oh my
His
gosh!
eyes are
And
filling with tears.
listen. This might bring you down a little bit. I'm going to tell you anyhow. Miss Cleo, the gentleman over the phone, one of the esteemed psychics, told me that Miss Cleo is just marketing.
Okay.
She doesn't actually do any readings.
Sometimes our weather forecasts are lots of marketing too. Takes a.
Should we call you like Mr. Cleo?
Well, no, he's marketing.
Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha. It takes a delicate hand to deliver these sometimes. But hey, let's start with the answer to the weather trivia. It's about snow on Thanksgiving and. Weather trivia. There it is.
There it is.
There it is. I was waiting for it. Okay, what's the record greatest snowfall, I guess, for Rochester on Thanksgiving? Is it 12.4 inches in 1888, 9.2 inches in 1972? There's other two. Lisa's got A, Cynthia has B, Yvonne has A.
I'm going to go
Today's the day.
D.
Okay, you're going
Which was like, I think, 4.9 in 85.
I love these battles we're getting with...
The husbands and
husband and wife. Lots of A's up there. That was a big number, right? Cheryl and...
That was 12 inches, right?
Yeah, it was over a foot of snow. Frank and his wife had the same. So what do you say?
Well, okay,
Dan's going
so
D.
we have NASA Ambassador Tony Rice on the computer pulled up over to the side.
Great.
Tony, with your hands, tell us what you think the answer is.
Is it
Yes,
A,
and
12.4
Tony,
inches?
use the context clues, my friend.
B, is it 9.2 inches? C,
he's
6.3 inches? Or D, 4.9 inches for Rochester's greatest Thanksgiving snow? Hold up a finger, 1, 2, 3, or 4. He's going to go 3.
Okay, all right.
That's a good one.
That is a good guess. I'm going to go with A.
I'm going D.
Okay, and the winner is Mr. Dan Schrack. 4.9 inches, so that would have been the D answer up there. But 1985, that was a snowy Thanksgiving.
That was my first Thanksgiving.
Oh, wow.
What do you want, like an award?
With some cold turkey that day.
Yes.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. But yeah, that was November 28th in 1985.
Do you want an award?
The last time we had snow on Thanksgiving in Rochester was back in 2018. We had 0.3 inches. It was a very cold Thanksgiving. The high temperature was only 19.
Wow.
Yeah, that's brutal
That's no
for this
fun.
time of the year. And speaking of snow, we're watching it for later tonight off Lake Erie, our western suburbs, western communities out towards Orleans County. I think this is going to start around Spencerport and areas west from there. Probably a couple of inches of snow by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. So if you have to head out that direction early, just keep in mind you're going to have some time to brush off the car. But by far the greater amount of snow is going to be south of Buffalo, the south towns there. And you get down towards Ellicottville, it's going to be more than 10 inches of snow on the ground by midday Friday, so travel's going to be a bit tricky there. And when does the travel get a little trickier closer to Rochester? This is probably going to be into Friday for holiday shoppers. You're heading out, getting the bargains. East of Rochester, this could end up being between Friday afternoon and Friday night, maybe a 3 to 6 inch snowfall out into Wayne County. So our first, quote, decent lake effect snow event. This is going to be east of Irondequoit, likely a couple of inches there. You can see even Greece is showing up with a couple of inches lakeside. So travel weather just specifically for Rochester. So tomorrow morning, a trace to an inch, mainly western suburbs, western communities. Just a trace Thursday afternoon. Friday morning could be a trace to an inch. And it's Friday late where we could see an inch or two and get so travel. Now, that snow is also going to be mixed with wind. That's not a great combination for travel. As this cold front goes through, look at Buffalo there. Gusts are close to 50. Rochester, gusts close to 30 at 3 o'clock this afternoon. As we go through the afternoon and evening, some of those gusts are, in that probably in that 40-mile-per-hour range, closer to 50 towards Buffalo, where you get the wide open space out over Lake Erie. And those gusts stick with us through the day on Thanksgiving. So if you have to travel, again, south of Buffalo mainly on Thursday, that could be a little bit of a trick to get down that way. But 52 degrees right now, south breeze at 5. You don't have to worry about that. We had some rain out there that's sliding off to the east of Rochester. That trend is also going to continue for the rest of the morning into the afternoon. There's your cold front. That's the one that's going to trigger the wind. That's the one that's going to usher in this colder air mass for the next few days and likely beyond. But that little line on your screen, that's the actual cold front, that green line going through at about 3 o'clock this afternoon, the city. And immediately behind that, the cold air kicks off that Lake Erie snow band, and that's going to settle south of Buffalo through Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon for Thanksgiving. And watch Lake Ontario. The wind turns to the northwest late Friday, and as that happens, we connect up to Georgian Bay for some snow there. But, yeah, we had to I had to sneak it in, the Muddy Paw Outlook. I know it kind of doesn't tie in with the rest of this, but this is Mr. Brady. Mr. Brady's been on before, but when I saw this picture on Chime In, I had to put it in. 13wham.com/chime in. We love to see the pics of your pets. When you send them in, we'll get them on the air like Mr. Brady there. Scan that QR code on the screen, and we'll put that awesome photo up there. It's going to be some wet paws today, no doubt about that. You know, tomorrow is mainly snow-free for Rochester. Again, it's going to be south of Buffalo where we watch that snow. And then into Friday, that's where we get some wet paws and maybe some snowy paws. We'll have to change this into the winter instead of wet. Yeah. This snowy or icy or something.
Mr. Brady's, he's going to be ice skating out there soon.
He's need boots, right? Saturday, it looks like it's going to be dry. And Sunday, it's this rain-snow mix that comes in. It's going to be a sloppy end of the weekend, you know, when we watch that football game on Sunday. It's going to be an interesting weather environment for the Bills in Pittsburgh. But upper 50s today, mild temps, upper 40s by 4 o'clock as that colder air starts to settle in. It's going to turn windy late this afternoon. Tonight, we'll drop back to the low 30s. It's going to be a windy night. You're going to hear the wind outside the window, that lake snow west of Rochester. And the 7-day forecast for us has numbers dropping back through the mid-30s with that lake snow Friday near and north of Rochester, and then east of Rochester into Wayne County. Kind of a chilly day Saturday, but a decent day. Put up decorations, do a little holiday shopping. That's your day for the weekend, and then early next week. You can see that trend. That trend is going to continue beyond Tuesday, by the way. This is
just downward.
It's a real chilly air mass coming in for late next week.
25 days, 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 6 seconds till winter.
It's too soon.
It is. But it's
spring
also
will be here soon too.
It will.
This is true. This is true.
It will.
It's too soon, but it's not close enough. Let's just get through it.
Yep.
You know where else it's cold? Outer space.
Oh.
It is. Look at that.
Yep.
And if we allowed you to read the teleprompter to toss to break, that would be a great transition.
Okay. Still ahead on Arc Rochester, we will have NASA Space Ambassador Tony Rice on to talk about Thanksgiving in outer space.
Do you want to read? Do you want to read any of the copy that's in there?
I ad-lib. I don't read.
All right, well, you got to do the back end of this tease.
No, you got to do it.
No, back end of the tease.
Just send it out.
And don't forget, you can watch us on the go or wherever you are by streaming us live over.
They cut his mic. They cut his mic.
Arc Rochester is right back
Just
after this.
awful.
Did they cut it?
So bad.
It's 9:12 this morning as we get ready for Thanksgiving on Earth. Have you ever wondered what the holiday looks like from space?
Yeah, well, we've been busy getting our turkeys ready. NASA has been busy, too, launching a new Escapade mission to Mars. For more space news, we're joined now by our good friend, NASA correspondent, Tony Rice. Tony, always good to see you. Thanks for stopping by.
Good morning. Thanks for having me back.
All right, so let's get into it. I know that these two have like their own topics that they want to get to, but I'm really curious about this whole Thanksgiving in space. You know, you never really think about what goes on up there, but you know, what does it look like?
And one thing you hear from the astronauts is how important it is to them. It's a job. You know, they're doing day in, day out science all day long up there. So it's very much a routine. So having this break to kind of spend time with their crewmates, and it's something they share with, it is the International Space Station, so there's many different astronauts and cosmonauts up there. They share a meal together, take time out to just spend, and it's a bit of a treat. And we can talk a bit about some of the foods that they have up there. This actually dates back to the early 70s in the Skylab program, where they just kind of did it on their own. The astronauts did, but it made a little more of a special event of it since the shuttle and now the ISS program.
Tony, is there two food-ish questions for you? Well, beverage questions. How much tang is involved? Do they really drink that on a daily basis? And follow-up, how about alcohol? Are they allowed to drink in space? Can they toast to Thanksgiving?
I don't have an answer. I've never gotten that alcohol question before. I'm going to have to look that up and get back to you next time we get together.
Listen, you want real inquiry. You join us here at Roc Rochester. We get the answers.
I planted that seed in his brain.
Yeah.
But what about the tang? Do they actually drink tang?
Tang and that chalky astronaut ice cream that you see in the gift shop of every science museum in the world is not as big of a part of the space program as the people who sell tang and sell that chalky ice cream would like you to be.
I love that chalky ice cream. It's like eating a block of styrofoam.
Freeze-dried ice cream.
What's the packaging like for these products that they're consuming up there? I mean, to put this meal together.
And that's the right question to ask. If you ever see pictures of astronauts eating something in space, if it's coming out of, you know, what looks like a seal meal or one of those vacuum packed bags, especially if it has a straw sticking out of it, that is most likely produced by NASA. That is something that was put together by the American space program. If you see something coming out of what looks, you know, it's bad to say, but like a cat food can, a tin can with a peel top lid, that probably came from the Russians. They tend to package their food that way. And the needs are the same. What they're trying to prevent there is bacterial growth, because this food is prepared and freeze-dried where they're removing the moisture to prevent bacterial growth. And it's prepared months and months in advance. So it's got to be very, very shelf stable.
What? Oh, sorry.
Well, what kind of food are they eating?
So traditionally, they're going to have a lot of what we have here on the ground. They're going to have things like dressing. Again, we're looking for some comfort foods here. They'll have a freeze-dried turkey. And I've tried some of the meals before, had the opportunity to do it. They have a special machine on board that will reconstitute these foods with hot water. So they're pretty tasty. You'll see cranberry sauce, and we're not talking the log type cranberry sauce that we know and love that comes out of a can. It's more of a traditional type cranberry sauce. But it's a lot of the same kind of things that we have here on Earth.
I was going to ask, what does freeze-dried turkey taste like? But if they can reconstitute stuff up there, I would imagine it's pretty close. But I would also imagine you can tell which one's the freeze-dried turkey.
You can, and the consistency is really important there because, again, they're operating in microgravity, and crumbs are the enemy, not just because it's kind of gross to float around the space station and run into leftovers, if you will, but they're dangerous. They can get into your eyes, and they can get into electronic circuits and things like that and cause problems. So the key word there is sticky. Everything that they're eating is going to be sticky, so if it gets out of its packages or whatever, they're going to be able to capture it pretty well.
They could have just taken a box of those Oreos, those Thanksgiving Oreos, right to space and had the entire meal.
That would have been the end of the mission.
Yeah, they would have all come home.
Let's talk about Mars, right?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Let's talk about the new space mission to Mars here.
So Escapade launched last week, and it was aboard a New Glenn rocket, which in itself was pretty important because that same booster rocket landed on a barge. Now, we're familiar with how SpaceX has been landing their boosters and being able to reuse them. This gives us another company that has that capability to do that. So that's pretty exciting. And I actually went to college with the test director, so I've been trading some messages with him. He's pretty excited about how that went down. But what's exciting for me is a pair of spacecraft about the size of, a big washing machine, two of them that were launched, and they're heading to Mars. They're heading to Mars to study space weather. So this is going to be the first time that we've had missions, we've had probes that are able to study space weather at a different planet. And it's going to tell us a lot about space weather across the entire solar system, which of course affects us here on Earth.
That's amazing. And the atmosphere is so thin there that it's going to be interesting to see how that unfolds. And I'm just thinking back to the rovers and that little helicopter that we had on Mars. It's just amazing that we could make something fly in such a thin atmosphere. But this will be cool.
Yeah, but actually that helicopter, the way that they figured that out, and the blades, they're booking, they're moving pretty fast, and that's how they're able to do that. There are some vacuum chambers that NASA has available, and that's how they tested it. They brought the atmosphere down to match that of Mars to test that those blades would even be able to lift that thing off the ground.
Wild. Tony, wondering if you have had the opportunity to see, I'm sure you've heard all about it, but I don't know that you've seen it, the documentary Age of Disclosure that recently came out?
I haven't seen that one yet. I'm going to have to put that on my list. Tell me about it.
Oh, put that on your list. It's one of my favorite topics. Are we alone? Alien life form, all of that good stuff.
You love that topic, don't you?
I do. What's the latest on 3i Atlas? Where's that bad boy?
I came prepared for you. I knew you were going to ask me about 3i Atlas. So the latest on 3i Atlas is we were able to actually image 3i Atlas from Mars. And that's pretty exciting. We took those rovers that we were just talking about and pointed the camera skyward and got some pretty amazing images that we can then bring with all the images we got here from Earth. Some of those solar space weather missions have pointed their cameras towards it. You put all that together and we can understand a little bit more about where it's coming. So the latest is actually coming up in mid-December. I believe it's December 19th. That's when 3i Atlas is going to come the closest to Earth. So stay tuned. We're going to get some more good images of it. Still no aliens. Sorry to disappoint you. And I wouldn't expect to find any evidence of aliens on your favorite comet.
All right. Good to know.
Tony Rice, always great to have you on the show. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Tony.
And happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
Absolutely. Hey, stick around. When Arc Rochester returns, we are heading into the kitchen for this morning's Spatchcock Funk.
We'll be right back. Welcome back. It is time to head into the kitchen this morning.
It certainly is. Do you want to sing it?
No.
No?
I'm good.
Okay. Spatchcock Funk. Today they're cooking up a dish in honor of IKEA, that new store that opened in Syracuse.
I was going to give you the chance to sing it. That's why I said no.
I'm on vocal rest right now.
Okay.
Vocal rest.
All right.
Take a look.
IKEA's in the house. Oh my God, y'all. Welcome to the neighborhood, baby. IKEA, man, one of those places you just get lost in it. And one of the things you do when you're lost is eat their meatballs. So we are bringing you the Swedish meatballs, copycat style, from IKEA. We did tons of research to get this right. Our own version of Swedish meatballs, all sorts of internet copycats, and we found the best way to get it done. The secret ingredient is the moisture. What we've got first is a sweet onion that's whole. And we're gonna take that and we're gonna grate it into a bowl. We've got 2 slices of white bread. We're cutting off the crusts because the crusts are a little bit too firm. We don't need that. Then we're gonna take our 2 slices and we are gonna cut them into the tiniest cubes we possibly can. Taking all that bread and mix it in with these onions. I'm also gonna throw in, by the way, a splash of milk for a little bit of moisture too. Then I'm gonna sit for at least a minute after I've stirred it. So we're gonna get all that moisture. You're gonna see some of the juice from the onion. Onion juice, that's funny, right? Let's mix this meat, y'all. Got a big old bowl. We're gonna put in our onion and white bread mixture. The meat, we've got 10 ounces of ground pork and 10 ounces of ground beef. The pork is for the fattiness of it, which we want, a lot of that fat in there, and the beef is for the flavors. Now come the spices. These are important. We're gonna put in a pinch of cloves. I'm gonna keep hitting it with some black pepper and some salt from the Salt City, baby. Speaking of flavor, the thing that makes the Swedish meatball Swedish is not the Swedish bikini team, which I wasn't a part of. I'm a part of the Swedish meatball team though, is the so-called Swedish ingredients. But I find that funny because this is allspice. And allspice, they look like little BBs right there. So I also mash these things up. So I got about a 1/4 teaspoon of that in there. The first time I really learned this years and years ago, a friend of mine, a chef friend, we were talking about Swedish meatballs. I'm like, what's the deal? Like, what makes it Swedish? They make it, he goes, it's from Sweden. I'm like, obviously. He goes, it's the spices, man. It's the spices, like allspice. Well, allspice is from Jamaica, so I don't know how that happened. Maybe someone from Jamaica was partying in Sweden and it worked out that way, but that's how the allspice somehow is a Swedish and Jamaican ingredient. But you know what? Sweden and Jamaica are both awesome. The next spice we're gonna put in there is freshly ground nutmeg. You can use dried nutmeg too. Another part of the binding agent, 1 egg. We're gonna make our meatballs. And to make them uniform, we use an ice cream scoop. That way they're all gonna be the same size. So we scoop it out there to get our size together. Then we're gonna roll them up into a ball. Now it's time to fry up these meatballs. A little vegetable oil, and we're gonna do them half at a time, but just get them so they're crispy on the outside. Don't worry about cooking them all the way through. Meatballs are browned up, time to make that brown gravy. And we're gonna start with a blonde roux. We got half a stick of butter. We're gonna get all melted up in here. Then 4 tablespoons of flour. And we're gonna stir it till it's really evenly mixed and we've got this blonde color to make that blonde roux. Our roux is looking good. We've got 2 cups of beef stock. I'm gonna add about a 1/4 of it slowly into here. Then I'm gonna take a whisk after I've got this evenly mixed. I'm gonna slowly whisk in the rest of it. Now we're gonna add our meatballs back in and we're gonna simmer this thing for 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah, our meatballs are looking great. Now we're gonna add in a half cup of cream, drizzled throughout, and stir it up and let it simmer for another 2 minutes. IKEA meatballs are looking right, y'all. Want to get as much of this gravy in there as we can. Steaming meatballs looking fantastic. I'm gonna top it with some fresh parsley. The green just looks great on it. Man, it looks good. I left myself a special one in here too that I can just get right at. Yeah. IKEA Swedish meatball. Awesome.
9:30 this Wednesday morning. Thanks so much for staying with us here on Arc Rochester. Abby, it is starting to feel like the holiday season, and soon downtown is going to be transformed into a full winter wonderland with the return of the Roc Holiday Village.
Yeah, definitely a fan favorite. A wide range of free activities, ice skating, Santa's workshop, live music, a little something for the whole family. And this morning, we're getting a closer look at everything they have planned for the year. We are joined now by Roc Holiday Village co-founder Kelly Marsh and VP and Director of Marketing for ESL, Rich Polvino. Good morning to you both. Thank you for coming in.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
You guys must be getting excited. I'll be completely honest with you. I drive by the area where you guys set up a couple times a week, and I'm always being nosy. I'm always looking over, seeing if anything else has changed, what is being set up. So give us the overview of what you have on tap for this year.
We're just so excited to start building and start getting everything ready. All the decorations are coming in. All the same spaces are going to be there, the lodge, ice skating, the gingerbread house, shopping, and we're just bringing everything in right now. It's going to be so exciting.
For someone who might have been there last year, what can they expect? What differences can they expect? I imagine it's probably bigger.
Well, we're running out of space in the park, so we're still trying to find ways to be creative when we're looking to add all the things that we're dreaming of. So a lot of the same things you'll see. We have added more programming at night. So there's some, like a floral class that's available. We've added more paint and sips. So we're working on adding programming while we're looking to find ways to make more space there.
And talk a little bit about the partnership that ESL has with Roc Holiday.
Yeah. So this is our first year as the presenting sponsor for Roc Holiday Village, and we're really excited to be on board. I know we've been right across the street from Roc Holiday Village since they started, and we've admired everything that they've done, how they've grown over the years, how they've helped with creating so many new memories in our community for all who attend, and we're really excited to be a part of it this year.
Is that what the driving factor was, how community-oriented this organization is?
Absolutely. Just to see it become a holiday hub for downtown Rochester and all these people coming downtown to share together in a great community and to make new memories.
And you're looking at the pictures, and how can you not love it? It looks like something right out of a Hallmark movie, right? You picture Christmas in the Western New York area or the holidays, and this pretty much says it all. You have so many people that come by every year. Tell us a little bit about attendance.
It seems that we've been growing every year since we've started. We're just so fortunate that the community has embraced us and everybody comes out. And that's really our goal, is to make a place where everyone feels welcome. It doesn't matter if you like the cold weather or not, if you, believe in Santa or not, there's something for everyone.
Do you take time off? Because this is, we were there last year, and it is no small feat to pull this off. Do you take time off during the summer or in between holiday villages to stop thinking about this, or is it a constant process?
I never stop thinking about this. It's something that me and my partners are so passionate about that, we're always looking for inspiration, finding it in surprising places, and no, we don't ever stop.
I imagine right now you are dotting your I's and crossing your T's and getting everything ready for next week, which is the opening weekend. What are the final things? What are we doing to make sure everything is ready to go?
We're just walking around and kind of looking to see where we can bring more magic. There's always, as we build the space, once that's built, we are looking in all the nooks and crannies to see what can we do to make this spot sparkle.
Do you take a moment ever and soak up some of that holiday joy that Roc Holiday Village puts out? Because I have to imagine there's something about the village that, that's my favorite thing that we've got. It's that. Do you?
I do, but my favorite thing is exactly where I am at that moment. If I'm on the ice rink skating, I'm loving that. That's my favorite. But when I walk into Santa's workshop, that's my favorite. And then I'm listening to live music in the lodge. That's my favorite. We created something that we really wanted to love, and I think we did it.
Rich, how about you? Do you have a favorite part?
Favorite part? I agree with that. Wherever I am in the village at that moment, that's my favorite because it's just so well planned and so well organized. There's literally something for everyone. in this village. So whether it's in the lodge, exploring the vendors, I'm not an ice skater, but at the same time, like looking out over the rink and seeing all the families and people enjoying that, it's truly magical out there.
It really warms you up right from in here. It really, really does. For someone who is saying to themselves, okay, let's pick a date. We got to get it on the calendar. What are the dates this year?
So we're open December 5th through 28th, but we're closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, closed on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So the rest, 16 days, come any of them, come all of them.
Love it.
Very good. Thank you both so much for your time today. We greatly appreciate it. And of course, we'll continue to talk about Roc Holiday Village on air. And you can always find more information online, 13wham.com and foxrochester.com.
9:35 this morning. Stick around. A lot more to come here on Arc Rochester, including when we come back, we're getting some tips on cooking safety ahead of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, don't forget, take us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. We're back on the other side of the break. Welcome back. Thanksgiving is one of the busiest days of the year for fire departments. Many of those calls come from incidents in the kitchen.
This morning, we're getting some expert advice to keep your holiday safe. Chris Lopez is live for us at Rochester Fire Department's Engine 10 on Lake Ave, demonstrating some important cooking safety tips. Hey, Mr. Lopez.
Yeah, I would say number one, pay attention. I'm here with Lieutenant Jackie Sierra and Chief Abdosh this morning. We're going to be going through some of the different scenarios. I want to start out. What's the most common, is it a grease fire, most common kind of accident that happens in the kitchen for Thanksgiving?
Honestly, for Thanksgiving, we do get a lot of grease fires and then oven fires.
Okay.
Grease that spills over into the oven.
Okay.
So we have a couple tips. Number one, if you have a flare up on the stove, always make sure that you have a lid nearby so you can smother that fire, right?
Okay.
That's important.
So I kind of want to ask you, so if someone, that kind of seems counterintuitive to someone who's new in the kitchen, why would I go near the fire? Why don't I just want to put water on it or throw a towel or something at it?
Oh no, you don't want to throw a towel because that's going to burn, right? But if it's a small flare up, you're able to smother that fire, take that oxygen out.
Okay.
And then that would diminish the fire, right? If it's something you can't handle, get out, call 911. Oh,
Okay.
that's number one.
What about water? Everyone's going to gravitate to anything water, no?
No. So water and grease do not mix. That's going to make the fire bigger.
Okay.
So do not put water on grease fires. Again, small lid nearby. Always be prepared for the worst. And smother that fire. If it's too big, get out and call 911.
Okay. And then when it comes to second and third accidents that happen in that order, what's next and what should people be looking out for?
So before you start using your oven, make sure that everything is clear. Correct, right? Sometimes people store pots with grease inside the oven because they want to reuse the grease. Make sure that's out before you turn on the oven and heat it up. Make sure the oven is clean because you do get a lot of smoke condition from stuff on the bottom of the oven. And then the other big thing, if there's kids or family around, we want to make sure that when we're cooking, the handle for the pot is faced inward. So we don't want to walk by and hit that and then now you have a burn injury. Okay?
Okay. You sound like my mom right now. That's what my mom said. To not ever have the handle sticking out because that's going to be the first thing that you hit when you're walking by, especially when you're rushing and things are convoluted in the kitchen during Thanksgiving. You said people sometimes fall asleep while they are cooking.
Yes.
How, first of all, how does that?
It's the holidays, right?
Okay.
We're either having a little adult beverages or, you can take medication, whatever it is. You might be cooking. It's going to take a little bit. You go sit on your couch, you fall asleep. You never want to leave the cooking unattended.
Okay.
So if you're making something, you want to make sure you're right here at the stove paying attention, right? That includes entertaining guests. If you're not sure that you're going to remember, put a timer on.
Okay.
Keep an eye on it and it'll be great. I do have a complaint though.
Okay.
You said you were making dinner and that does not look appeasing.
Wait, what? What?
Is this my Thanksgiving dinner, Chris? You got to do better than that.
What? No, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, this looks great. No, it's fine. Okay, the big thing though, frying the turkeys, right? That's going to be something people should look out for when it comes to accidents and hazards. I've never fried a turkey before, so when people are looking out for stuff, what should they look out for?
Absolutely. So you want to do it outside. You want to do it away from any structures or cars, at least 10 feet away. Also, you want to do it on a flat surface. You don't want that grease to overflow and, for the pot to be unstable. There's so many things that we can talk about, making sure that the turkey is fully thawed and dried before you put it in the grease. Because again, water and grease don't mix.
Okay.
Yep. So I actually want to talk about having an extinguisher nearby, and the Chief Abdosh would be the perfect person for that.
Chief, you've been silent. You've been silent all morning waiting to talk.
Lieutenant Sierra has been doing such a great job, and I want her to be able to go ahead and say and pass on this vital information to the community. But I'm going to piggyback off what she said. Water and oil do not mix. Okay. You might want to grab the pot and move it to the stove because the fire, you believe that's going to happen. Do not touch the pot. Leave the pot where it is. Put that lid over it. Smother it. That fire is a living thing. And if the fire does get a lot of control, we do recommend that people have a fire extinguisher nearby, but towards the side of the stove.
Okay.
And if you grab it, you want to grab the appropriate extinguisher. So you're going to get the one that says A, B, and C. These are different types of fires that this extinguisher can extinguish. Now, if you get one that covers all three, this is pretty much going to take care of any type of fire that you're going to have in the home. Now, we got to make sure that this is a fire that's small enough that you can handle. If it's a big fire, we want you to be able to leave the home and call 911.
Okay, and then I wish we could do it and we could spray and knock this out. But how far do I need to stand back?
You're going to stand back probably about 10 to 5 feet, 5 to 10 feet. And the big acronym that goes with extinguishers are PASS. If you can remember PASS, which is pull the pin, aim at the base of the fire, squeeze the top of this. That's going to allow the dry chemical to come out. Squeeze and spray and sweep, and you want to do that. That's what you like to do. Pull, aim, squeeze, and sweep.
PASS.
PASS.
Acronym PASS.
Acronym PASS when you're using the appropriate extinguisher.
Any more tips I'm missing at all before we end this segment? Thanksgiving is tomorrow. Do we miss anything?
Stay safe, have fun, and always have working smoke detectors.
And don't fall asleep while you're cooking. I don't know if that's possible, but don't do it.
And watch out for the children too, because I know you're going to have family by and everything. Everyone's going to be in the kitchen. Let's set up a designated no-play zone around the stove, around 3 feet. We don't want kids, pets, uncles, aunts, anybody moving around the stove. Let's just keep that a good, safe place so no one gets hurt.
Can't have too many cooks in the kitchen. Back to you in the studio.
And
Stay
that's
safe this Thanksgiving.
good advice if you're like maybe having a little too much family time and you need to get away from people.
Yeah.
I'm in the designated cook zone. Everybody needs
Please
to get out.
excuse yourselves.
Everybody leave.
Chris, I think this is awesome that they opened the doors for you to give you, some tips and tricks. I think this is really cool. Please thank them for us for their time.
We appreciate it.
And bring back a fire extinguisher
Thank you,
because
guys.
Abby does not have one.
No, I didn't say I don't have one.
How many do you have? Far too few.
I have one, I think.
One. And
Sorry.
it's in the
Well,
basement.
don't tell them. Now they're going to be mad. And
Judgment. Well, maybe they'll bring a fire extinguisher for you.
we live next door to like 3 firefighters.
So what are you going to do when something happens?
Help! I hope they hear.
Hey, when Arc Rochester returns, we're learning more about how trees can teach us a valuable lesson in the new year.
Yeah, stick around. We're back after this.
(9:48), we are 35 days away from the new year, and many of us are thinking, new year, new me. But what if there was a healthier way to approach change?
Yeah, this morning we're joined by our good friend and teen mental health advocate, Tanvi Arakapudi, who shares what trees can teach us about letting go and what we really need to carry into the new year. Tanvi, I feel like we haven't seen you in forever. It's good to check in with you.
It's good to see you as well. Thank you for having me, Dan and Abby.
Let's get right into it. What are we carrying into the new year, and how do trees play a role in all of this?
Of course. So I know thinking of trees and thinking of change in New Year seems like a very odd thing, but try to stick with me in this analogy. So the first thing is, what is one thing that we should leave behind as we come into this new year? It's not you. It's simply those worries and those things that stress us out that we can't control. So if you picture a tree, right, and we're entering the fall season, the leaves start to change color, and then as we enter the winter, the tree starts to lose its leaves, right? And so that's like us. As we enter this new year, as we enter December as well, we can try to focus on letting go of our leaves, our worries, things that aren't serving us, things that are making our day-to-day life a little bit harder and a more struggle. And I know previously in different segments I've shared about breathing techniques and coping strategies, which I truly believe in. But sometimes all it takes is a perspective shift to seeing how can we think of those worries as leaves, let them go, and bring our true self into this new year.
Tanvi, For someone who may find themselves stuck, though, and not have a great reaction to the, oh, wait a second, I have to change perspective. I thought this was going to be easier. You know, I thought there was going to be a one-click solution to this. How do you change perspective? What do you tell yourself to get yourself to look in this direction?
That's a really good question. I think it's like a perfect time of the season to ask that, especially like coming into 11th grade. I was adjusting to a huge change of like different material that we're studying, things getting more harder, the classes getting definitely more difficult tests. And what's helped me a lot through this is I like to think of change as inevitable. Like it's always going to happen, even though it may startle us, we don't know exactly what the change is going to be, we can predict that things won't always stay the same. And having that ideology, I was like, well, I know things aren't the same. This is a change that's happening to me. But then I was like, maybe this change is giving me a challenge that is able to push myself, and I'm able to push myself harder and see my strengths, see my weaknesses, work on those weaknesses. And by seeing change is like beauty, right? We see leaves changing color and we're like, wow, that's so beautiful. And then the trees lose their leaves. In the spring, we get new leaves. We all see the beauty of that change because we know and we can expect it to happen. So in our own lives, even if the change is big or it's small and it seems really hard at times, by changing our perspective and seeing, hey, this is something predictable. Let me see how I can be my best self and work through that change. It can really help and just start to do it, right? For me, it took me, 3 months already to like get into this change, and I'm still struggling a lot with it, but I'm able to help that perspective change gradually over time. Trees don't lose all their leaves day one of fall or day one of winter. They lose it over time, and that's the kind of perspective we need to have. Take it slow, don't be hard on ourselves, but be excited to see how that change can help us grow as a person.
That's an excellent point.
Yeah.
And I like that you just mentioned doing that, you know, when you started your new school year. We do not need to make a change January 1st, 2026. It can be at 2:15 this afternoon. You decide, all right, I'm going to turn things around, or I'm going to keep moving forward on this.
Exactly. I love how you put that, Abby. I think I love the slogan, honestly, new year, new me, but sometimes that pushes us to reinvent ourselves. But again, if you bring it back to the tree analogy, trees don't lose their roots every single change of the season. It's just their leaves. And if we think of those roots as our values, our beliefs, what makes us us, we don't need to change that every single year, but we can just make ourselves the truest version by letting go of those worries, letting go of those things that make us overthink, anxious, or that aren't serving us right now. And by letting go of that, we can be ourselves, enter this new year, not being a new you, but just being an updated version of yourself that you're more happy with and that you feel more comfortable with. So don't take on the stress to have a new year, new me, but just appreciate yourself for who you are and see how every day you can be better than you were the day before.
Unlike the trees, I like that. We have the ability to pick and choose which leaves we hold on to. They don't get that as an option. We do. And I think you can, it's a great way to reflect, wouldn't you say?
I would definitely agree. I love how you said, we get to choose the leaves that fall out of us. And there's so many different connections, just even thinking about this, if you're driving right now and you're just thinking of the trees analogy, take it throughout your day, throughout the season, and every day, try to connect a new part of how you can be like a tree, because truly that's nature, right? And we're not copying it. We're just seeing how these life lessons that we're observing, anytime we walk, we see this happening, and we can see how we can tie that into ourselves to change our perspective. And really, actually, throughout the seasons, the stats show that there's a 106% rise in depression rates. So this season is hard, and I have to accept that. Thanksgiving being just tomorrow as well, there's so many struggles that people are coming up with their families, with home, with stress. Throughout all these things, we just have to remember that it's us who's dealing with them. We have to be right to ourselves, help ourselves, and just be the best us that we can be so we can help those around us.
Can't pour from an empty cup.
Very, very true. Tanvi, always great to see you. Quick plug for all the amazing work that you do. What's a good website where people can check out your work? You also have a game and
an app and an education system, and you're in all fields.
Yeah, so my website is tanvi.us. You can follow me on Instagram at tanvis.inspiration. And my book is called Uplifting Today, Coping Strategies for Mental Health. You can also, if you're a student, if you're a teacher, work in the education space, or you're just a community member, you can check out nexusforschools.com, a free resource to help you with your mental health.
Very good.
Awesome. Tanvi Arakaputi, thank you so much, my friend. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Don't go anywhere. When we come back, our final thoughts this Wednesday morning.
We're back on the other side of the break.
Time for our final thoughts of the morning on Arc Rochester.
Packed show.
Yeah.
It was fun. Fun morning.
Yeah.
It was.
It's always fun with Tony. I always enjoy the space conversations.
Absolutely.
He's a good sport.
Yep.
Out of this world conversation.
Literally.
Yeah. Hey, that does it for us here on Arc Rochester. Make sure to wake up with us again tomorrow morning because we are here and we are live starting at 4:57 on
13 WHAM,
That's right.
ABC. Join Mark and who's anchoring with you today?
Lowell.
Mark and Lowell.
Yeah.
We'll be there for 13 WHAM News at midday. See you then.
Bye.